Hello everyone. LOL. It's the middle of winter and here I am. Well, it's actually not. It's the 11th of June, so I think we've got a little bit of time to go before the solstice. But anyway, the message today, very important. I've only just clicked onto it, but okay, so this is what we got. We got the full moon in Sagittarius. Wish I had some. I've got everything I need. Come on, let's figure it out. Oh, I don't know. I've got so much in the shed. But anyway, we've got this T-square, okay? Like that. So we've got the North Node, the South Node, and then the Sagittarius full moon outpour. This is all mutable. And the North and South Node, that's your fate and your destiny, yes? Now, we're at this pivotal moment because we're in the first mutable, excuse my glass, I'll take them off until I read, the first mutable house, let's just say, which was the zodiacal house of Gemini. We're in the Gemini cycle. Sagittarius fire is also the mutable sign. So we've got air, fire, and then the nodes are at mutable signs of water, and earth, oppositions. And we are to choose our destiny. Hi everyone, I've got a lot of spirit people that just popped in there. So, a very short message, and this message, of course, is for the light workers, the star seeds, the earth angels, and the super empaths, the highly sensitives, the ones that have had a really rough life. So let us begin. This outpouring, okay, so we're in the time of the fullness. It's getting full, and then it's like an egg, and then it like starts to outpour. So this is what we've got. This is your moment. We overcome fear and discard all doubts. Great blessings arrive after trials. Before your elevation is hardship. Before glory there is always fire. And that's why you must stand strong. The forces of the darkness dread your radiant purpose and use agents of the darkness to fill you with terror and have you abandon your calling, abort the mission, and clock out of this realm, which I nearly did because it was pretty hard living with somebody that was literally just bashing me. And then the other thing that scared me was he was like, if you ever leave me, I'll fucking kill you. It was fairly scary. But guess what I learned? Power of invisibility. I never would have learned that power had I not been in that absolute state of sheer terror. Okay? So anyway, let me go onward. It is intense, but you are being readied for greatness that exceeds your comprehension. Everything you went through has forged you, refined you, brought out your powers, strengthened your faith. Imperfections and impurities are removed in refining you. Your character is made more resilient. You trust in heaven's plan and become very close to your Lord, understanding all this is not random. It's spiritual warfare. Now look, I'm just going to quickly drip into it was in the same time that I was talking about this violence. Now I had this dream, and in the dream I was Yoshimitsu, and I had this big armor on, I had a big sword, and I was sort of like inside a realm, but coming into the perimeter of the realm, towards the perimeter of my realm, all these zombies are like, and they had like bandages falling off and shit, and they were like literally zombies. And as Yoshi, I was really scared all the time, and I kept on swinging my sword at them, and I'd swing my sword at them. And whenever I did that, I was actually opening this protection barrier in my realm, and it was making the zombies able to come in. But anyway, I didn't know that at the time. But what happened was, there I was slashing away, trying to get rid of these zombies, the undead, and Jesus crawled into my realm, and he was very injured, and he just crawled, and he came up to me, and I looked down, and he was saying something, and I was like, oh my God, it's another zombie, like that. And then I looked down at him again, and he was trying to talk to me, and I couldn't hear him for the sound of the zombies, and then I was like, the zombies, and then the dream, and then it would and then the zombie would, and then I'd strike, and the zombie would come in, and it would kill me, and then I'd die, and it would say game over, play again, and I obviously would push yes, and I'd push yes, and I'd come back into the same position, same thing would happen, Jesus would come in, and I couldn't hear him talking, and all this sort of thing, but it was an advancement because it wasn't a repetition dream. I knew that I'd just gone through this before, and I'm going to try better this time. So in the end, I did twice or something, game over, and I had to just stop listening to the zombies because Jesus was trying to tell me something. He was actually really hurt, and so I had to come down to Jesus. I was like, oh, you need some bandages and all this sort of stuff like that, and he was trying to tell me something, and I was leaning forward to listen, and that was the end of the dream. Okay, so yeah, that's Yoshi, and there's a big story that comes around to that, but we'll talk about that another time. Oh, I just heard a strange sound in here. Now, did I say that we're in spiritual warfare? Hopefully I did. So you will know the words of your God, who speaks lovingly, gently, soothingly, in joy and in firm conviction. Your God, your Lord, loves you so much. You will never hear horrible words from him. You will hear loving words. Now, every awful thing happened for a reason, and none of it is punishment. You came here on a divine assignment, and it took a lot of clarity to look through all the confusion, deception, and heavy black magic to gain your clarity, for the puzzle pieces to fall into place. Finally, you're like, oh my God, this is what I'm looking at. And for your discernment to see through the layers upon layers of masking. The darkness doesn't bother with what has no purpose. Every wound has served its role to awaken you. Focus on your divine intention for being here. Do you know why you're here? You should by now, because we're in this cycle, cosmic cycle, where surely everyone who has their purpose is now in their purpose. Focus on your divine intention for being here. Answer the cosmic calling, choose destiny, and turn your back on fate. And that is not going to be easy. You might cry, and that's okay, because your God loves you so much, and he is going to take care of you, all right? And he is going to soothe everything, and you're going to feel wonderful, more wonderful than you ever knew that you could feel. That is my message. Now, I'm wishing everyone much love, and I know that there's a very strong battle going on at the moment, and we must be aware. So, but you are not to doubt, if you think it's like a magic spell and you're like, oh my gosh, was that a magic spell put on me? Don't doubt it, okay? recognize these patterns that those dark agents use. They always use the same pattern. It's like they've got one pattern, that's all. And don't ignore it. And don't think, oh, I can change them. No, you can't. Because they were imprinted with a pattern. They are not the same as reincarnated souls that have come down from the blue sky of day. These ones are a recycled soul that are in a holding area where the 3 hooded monk guys, Templars, Black Knights I call them, have sort of like a holding compartment. And that's because they keep this darkness going. That's the only way to keep the darkness going. Otherwise, you'd return to the light and everyone would be purified. So they couldn't do that. They had to, the darkness had to invent this other over here. The destroyers wanted it to be that way. Anyway, big job, that one. Don't know if it's my job or not, but I'm going to give it a go. Try and take it down. I'm going to do whatever it is that I feel courageous enough to give it a go. Okay, I'm sending my love. Love you all. Please take care. Stay strong. And for goodness sake, I know how hard it gets, and I know you want to click out, and I do know that. I know. Because I've wanted to too. But think of it this way. Is that a magic spell that's been placed on me to give me those horrible thoughts? And who's around me? And perhaps that person, I need to be away from that person. Pray to God. Lord, help me. I'm stuck in this situation right now and I'd like to get out. And miracles, because you are chosen. Okay, love you. Now, until next time, ka kite.